Have you ever heard of a story so wild it sounds like it has straight out of a fantasy novel? But this one is real. It's the story of Red Hugh O'Donnell, a name that echoes through the hills of Ireland. Imagine this, you're just 15 years old, a prince of your clan, and you're kidnapped. Not in a battle, but lured onto a ship with the promise of fine Spanish wine, which turns out to be drugged. You wake up a prisoner, chained in the dungeons of Dublin Castle, the heart of English power in Ireland. For years that was Red Hugh's reality. But a spirit like his couldn't be caged forever. He made one attempt to escape but was caught. The second time he was determined. It was the dead of winter, a brutal, unforgiving season. With his fellow prisoners, Art and Henry O'Neill, he broke free, but freedom came at a terrible cost. They fled into the Wicklow Mountains, a landscape of stunning beauty but lethal in its winter coat. They were barefoot, ill-clothed, and pursued. The snow and ice were relentless. Henry O'Neill was lost, separated from the group. Art O'Neill, weakened by the cold, tragically perished in Hugh's arms. Red Hugh himself suffered severe frostbite, so bad that he would later lose both his big toes. But even as the frost bit into his flesh, it couldn't touch the fire in his soul. He was found barely alive by his allies and brought back to his homeland of Tyrconnell. The boy who went into that prison was gone. The man who emerged was a chieftain, forged in suffering and burning with a desire for vengeance and the freedom of his people. At just 16, he was inaugurated as the O'Donnell chief of his clan. He didn't waste a moment. He immediately launched a fierce campaign against the English forces in his territory. His ambition wasn't just local, though. He saw the bigger picture. He knew that to truly challenge English rule, the Irish clans had to unite. He formed a powerful alliance with another legendary figure, Hugh O'Donnell, the Earl of Tyrone. Together, they ignited the 9 Years' War, one of the greatest uprisings in Irish history. Their alliance was a force of nature. At the Battle of the Yellow Ford in 1598, they delivered a crushing blow to the English army. It was a stunning victory, a moment when it seemed like an independent Ireland was truly within reach. The English crown was shaken to its core. Red Hugh was at the forefront of it all, a brilliant and ruthless military commander, feared by his enemies and adored by his followers. But history, as we know, is often tragic. Despite their incredible successes, the tide began to turn. After a devastating defeat at the Battle of Kinsale, where a much-anticipated Spanish landing force failed to turn the war in their favor, Red Hugh knew he needed more support. Believing he could still rally the King of Spain to their cause, he sailed from Ireland, leaving his homeland behind for what would be the last time. He pleaded his case in the Spanish court, a charismatic and desperate ambassador for a struggling nation. But while waiting for a final answer, tragedy struck. At the age of just 29, Red Hugh O'Donnell died in Valladolid, Spain. The official cause was a fever, but for centuries, rumors have swirled that he was poisoned by an English spy. His dream of a free Ireland died with him, far from the green hills he fought so hard for. A rebel prince, mourned in a foreign land. His story is a powerful reminder of the price of freedom and the indomitable spirit of those who refuse to bow. Thanks for joining us on this journey into the past. Irish history hits differently when you see who really shaped it. Drop a like and follow for more untold legends. Which epic escape should we cover next? Comment below.